Jenae, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about me and the reason why Zazi began. At the age of 11, I already had pimples on my chin and my forehead mostly. I got called names like pizza face and things like that because not very many, 11-year-old, 12-year-olds have pimples on their face. And of course, I was self-conscious of that. So then we started doing all sorts of regimes and things like that. I was put on the pill at 12, which was a bit awkward for me, and my mother as well. Then we used all sorts of chemically packed items from the doctor, from Clearasil, from anything from Big W, Woolies, everything you can think of to try and combat this small amount of pimples that I had, which I thought was a massive deal at that stage. The more products I used, the more my skin was getting red and dry and felt horrible, and the more I was self-conscious of it. When I turned 14, I went away to boarding school, and the stress and everything, hormones and everything, overusing products and stripping my skin of all its natural oils, I broke out in cystic acne, which basically is a bunch of pimples all over your face, mainly in these areas here, they were for me, that look like blisters, and they're like blind pimples, but your whole face is covered. Now, of course, trying to fit into a new school and not being near family, having this problem, my mum didn't quite realise what I was going through at that stage. So I went to a beautician and they recommended more and more products, and I went to the doctors and they recommended more medication and things like that. By the time my mum came and visited me at boarding school, my face was just full of pimples. There was no space, and I was depressed, I was anxious, I was sad, and I would cry myself to sleep every night because I didn't know how to treat it. I didn't know what I was doing. And it took a big blow in my self-confidence. I didn't take any photos for a year. I didn't do anything. And I went to the dermatologist and they said nothing, just use pure water and try and look at what products I was using. And I got put on more medication. So with that, I couldn't use any products, and my skin was already sensitive as it is, and I had eczema, and it was red, it was sore, it was painful. I couldn't go out in the sun. So hence mum and dad decided to make some products that were natural, that I was able to use specifically for my skin, for me to feel confident in myself again. And so it's about 8 years now since I've had acne. I still have scars and I'm still self-conscious of my skin, but I've never been happier with the results of my skin. There's no pimples. I occasionally get a blemish every now and again, hormonal or stress-wise, but my skin looks and feels fantastic, and the oil in itself and the scrub are my two lifesavers, and I wouldn't know what to do without them. And to be able to cover my skin and not get breakouts makes me happier than I've ever been before, because I am still self-conscious of my skin. But having a mineral makeup that doesn't clog my pores and doesn't cause me to get breakouts every time I use it, and it's fantastic. I recommend Zazi to anybody who has acne, and I hope that you see the results that I did. Thank you so much.